I'm Anil Kumar. We'll take up a question based on work done, which is very popular in most of the competitive exams. The question here is, Crew A can assemble 2 cars in 3 days and Crew B can assemble 3 cars in 5 days. If both crews together assemble 101 cars, with Crew B working 10 days longer than Crew A, how many days must Crew A work? 4 choices are given to you. So we'll talk about tricks or shortcuts, I should say, and also methods. So both things we'll discuss. Once you understand the method, it becomes very easy to apply the tricks if the question is slightly changed. So as far as work done is concerned, we have to find the rate. That is the first thing which we need to find, and then solve the question. Now we have Crew A, which assembles 2 cars in 3 days. That means one day how many cars are assembled. So that implies that 3 days 2 cars, 1 day 2 by 3 car, right? Not even a complete car, but 2/3 of a car. Do you see that? As far as B is concerned, they could assemble 3 cars in 5 days. So in 5 days, 3 cars. In 1 day, less than 3. 3 divided by 5. So in 1 day, they could do 3/5 of a car. Now since we are given that B works 10 days longer, and we need to find how many days A work. So for A, let us say that the work done for A is X days, right? Then for B, it is X plus 10 days, correct? So many days. So this is X days. Now in X days, how many cars can A make? 2/3 of a car, right? So in X days, they will make how many cars? This is 2/3 of a car per day. Do you see that? This is cars per day. So we get this as 2/3. And here, per day car is 3/5. So we get 3/5. Right. So these are in cars per day. So these are in cars per day, right? So the day is cancelled. You are left with cars. Do you see that unit? Now that is important to understand. So total number of cars which you really get is 101. So that gives you the equation. Perfect. So what we had here is 3/5 cars per day, 2/3 cars per day, and so many days. So days cancel, you're left with cars on both the sides. So that is your equation. To solve this equation, we can multiply by 15 both sides. So we get 10x plus 3 times 3, 9, x plus 10 equals to 15 times 101. Clear? So we just times it with 15 to get rid of the denominator. Now let's open this bracket. So we get 10x plus 9x plus 90 equals to 15 times 101. Now we can take this 90 to the right side and we get 10 plus 9 as 19x. So let me write down here 19x is equals to 15 times 101 minus 90. Now 90 is 15 times 6. So we could write this as 15 times 101 minus 6, right? So which is 19x. And we can now calculate x as dividing this by, let me take it to the right side. So we have 19x, I'm just rewriting this. 15 times, since calculator is not allowed, right? So what we get here is 95. And x is 15 times 95 divided by 19. And 19 will cancel this 5 times. So we get x as equals to 15 times 5, which is 75. And so the answer is B. Do you say that? So we could answer like this. So finding per day is kind of important. So 2 cars in 3 days means in 1 day, 2/3 of a car can be made by A and 2/5 of a car by B. Since A works for X days and B works for X plus 10 days, total number of cars will be 2 by 3 times X plus 3 by 5 times X plus 10. That should be equal to 101 cars, right? And solving for X, see how we did common factor, not multiplying and getting into big numbers. We can get the value of X as 75. So this is a standard method which can be used to solve this equation. Now here, we'll not talk about the tricks. Now, whenever you have a work done situation like we have here, we are saying 2 cars in 3 days. So for A, we are saying 2 cars in 3 days. And for B, we are saying 3 cars in 5 days. So we can think about a common factor. So lowest common multiple here is 15. 5 times 3, right? 15. So we could write this, that in 15 days, let's take days as 15. A can produce how many cars? 5 times 3 is 15 days, right? 5 times 2 cars. So the number of cars will be 5 times 2, which is 10. As far as B is concerned, in 15 days, they will produce, in 5 days, 3. So in 15 days, 9 cars. Do you see that? So in 15 days, B can produce 9 cars. So basically, in 15 days, what we see here is both of them can produce 19 cars. Do you see that part? Now, B is working 10 days longer. So in these 10 days, when they are working longer, so that means 10 extra days. So in 10 days, B can produce 6 cars. Correct? In 10 days, in 5 days they produce 3. So in 10 days, B can produce 6 cars. So taking away 6 from 101 leaves us with 95. Correct? So 95 is being made by both A and B together. How do you get 95? As far as the cars are concerned, you have to multiply 19 by 5 to get 95. That means 5 should also be multiplied by 5 and you get 75. 15 should also be multiplied by 5 to get 75. So A and B will work for 15 times 5, which is 75 days. Did you understand this logic? So many word problems related to work done can be solved in this fashion. So the first step here is to take lowest common multiple. In our case, lowest common multiple is 15. In 15 days, we know A can make 10 cars, B can make 9. Together, they can make 19 cars. Since B works 6 days extra, 10 days extra, they will make 6 cars on their own. So we'll take away 6 from 101. We are left with 95. Multiples of 15 to 95 is 5. Correct? So that means 15 times 5 will be the number of days required for producing 95 cars. Do you get this logic? Right? Both of them need to make 95 cars. They can make 19 in 15 days, 95 in 15 times 5 days. Think like this. So I hope you have an alternate method in place. You could adopt this method to solve such questions. Feel free to write your comments, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that will be great. I'll also like you to share my videos with your friends, subscribe to them, and post questions. Thanks for watching and all the best.